offensive Evgeny Malkin stepped into the bowels of the Moncton Coliseum tonight for his first game in a Penguins uniform. It's a preseason game, but it's big news here in Moncton, New Brunswick. Stay tuned. Malkin on the cover of the newspaper, and in just a moment on the ice as the Pens meet the Flyers. Evgeny Malkin and Sidney Crosby side by side. Thought you might never see that, right? Well, that's the sight tonight in a very warm locker room here at the Moncton Coliseum. And the fans are pouring in at $85 a pop to see the Penguins and the Flyers as the Pens continue their barnstorming tour of the Maritimes here tonight in Moncton, New Brunswick. Hello again, everybody. I'm Paul Steigerwald along with Bob Airy. The Penguins with their second preseason game of the year, having lost to the Ottawa Senators last night by a score of 5-2. Sidney Crosby was outstanding. Everybody was looking forward to seeing him play in his hometown of Halifax. And now tonight, everybody's looking forward to see Evgeny Malkin, Bobby, in his first game in a Penguins uniform.
Well, Staggy, just hearing those words, Malkin, come out of your mouth right now is incredible. There was a short time ago that we did not think that this kid, a big, rangy guy out of Russia, would even get over to this promised land. But here he is, number 71, Evgeny Malkin, playing alongside Malone and Recchi tonight. He'll get his chance for the world to see on display, number 71. And boy, every time I say his name, I kind of get the hair stand up on my arm, Staggy. They really do. And when I watch him play, the hairs do the same thing.
Yeah, he's a great hockey player. And last night we saw another guy who was taken second overall by the Penguins just this past summer, and that would be Jordan Staal playing in the middle. Tonight he's going to have a little different position. He did not look out of place at all last night between Ryan Stone and Michel Ouellet. He might feel a little bit out of place tonight, Bobby, because he's going to be playing a different position.
Yeah, he's going to play the left side alongside Sidney Crosby. When I look at Staal, I look at extremities, I look at protecting the puck, and I look at a guy that's great at both ends of the ice. So he should be able to adapt pretty good. He's pretty astute guy upstairs, and he's going to play alongside Crosby. One thing you just have to worry about is just keep your stick on the ice, Mr. Staal, when you go to the net.
That's right, because Sidney Crosby will get you the puck. He had 2 points last night, a goal and an assist, Bobby, and I think if things have been really clicking for him, it might have been one of those 4 or 5 point nights. He still was a human highlight reel, even though he didn't rack up the big numbers point-wise.
Well, he can really get to spots. He finally got that goal in the third period late, Staggy, but he certainly didn't disappoint in Halifax. He's not going to disappoint in Moncton. The guy never takes a shift off. That's why he may be the greatest player in the game.
Gonchar surveys the situation and has plenty of time and room to make the play over to Malkin. Fires that triangle in the slot. There's Gonchar firing off the stick of Marty Murray. Behind the net, it's Evgeny Malkin. Beautiful pass out to Dupont. One-timer by Gonchar. He scores! Sergei Gonchar guns it into the net on the stick side of Robert Esche. And the Penguins take a 1-0 lead. And just as the Senators struck last night on a power play, the Penguins get the first goal on a 5-on-3 here to take a 1-0 lead. And Gonchar, a welcome sight back there on the point on the power play.
Well, to give an assist to Dupont and one of Evgeny Malkin is so patient. Look at this. Most guys would have jammed that puck in towards the cage. He's patient. We saw in preseason he used the point well, and the puck was rotated from his stick over to Dupont to Gonchar's. The key, tape to tape, and Gonchar makes no mistake. How good was Gonchar in the last couple of seasons, getting the puck on the net from the point, and that's a key.
Now Ryan Malone just off the bench, takes it at center. Spins off that bump by Gauthier, finds Malkin down the wing in front for Leclerc. A shot and a save made by Esche. Oh my goodness, Malkin and Leclerc just collided, and Malkin's hurt. The two of them collided behind the net, and I'm not sure why that happened, but I have a feeling it has something to do with the fact that the ice here is so wet. Those players just seem to take off. They couldn't even stop their momentum. He's not moving at all.
Well, he went down very awkwardly, and
now he is.
He arched his neck. He was actually airborne. His neck kind of bent backwards at one point as he was submarined by John Leclerc, who lost his footing. It was a great dish pass by Malkin. He dished it over. Leclerc had a clean chance and just kind of missed it. And then watch the position that Malkin gets in. He's just right on his head and down, his back arched, his feet going straight up, perpendicular to the ice, Staggy. I mean, just a very dangerous play here. Look at this.
Oh
man. Not.
Oh, my.
A minute and 2 seconds into the second period of Evgeny Malkin's first game.
Leclerc just took off on that ice. And he went face down first. Well, he's wearing a shield, fortunately.
They're not. He really isn't moving his legs at all, Staggy, and you know, his neck was in a very tough position there. You can see there he's moving. He's bleeding right now. His face must have hit the ice at some at some
he
point
had to
there.
hurt his neck there, and you'll notice that Gonchar is there because he's got to translate for trainer Chris Stewart.
Well, he's moving his neck around there. I mean, that's a great sign. I think he's cognizant of where he is, and the fact that he is bleeding. He's up on his knees now.
Wow. You saw how Leclerc, when his legs spread out, and he could not stop his momentum at all. And
No, watch it in slow motion here, Stay.
when the ice is wet like that, there's absolutely no friction at all. He just took off like he was on a slide and right into Malkin coming from behind the net.
Maybe just cut on the forehead and his shoulder, Stay. He's holding his right arm
He
here.
certainly is.
Holding his right arm. Oh, boy.
His left arm, actually.
Sorry, left, yeah. I mean,
Well, I'm just happy to see him up on his skates, the way he went down. And that is really unfortunate.